Step 2. Under step 2, we're going to look at marks and minutes. Marks and minutes. One obvious thing that you see in ACCA examination room is that every requirement, the examiner will indicate the marks. They don't indicate the marks for the sake of showing it, because every question is supposed to be shown that marks in order to help the candidate to know the extent and the timing of answering that particular question. Because most often, if it is for 5-mark question, 5 good points discussed will earn you 1 mark each. So if you have got 10-mark question, and you've got 100 points, and you decide to give all the 100 points, they mark the first 10, you've got the 10 marks. Any point left, you don't get any marks for it, and that is where you have created stock. So you need to respect your time, and then you link it with the marks available for the requirement. So let's see how I have divided it. If you read the question requirement, you will see that the A was for 14 marks, and it was asking of the estimate of the effective interest rate or interest cost using the features contract and the option. The A is for 14 marks, and the B was to discuss the benefit and dangers of using derivative instrument for 6 marks. So how are you going to allocate the marks and the time? The marks and the time. So A is for 14 marks, B is for 6 marks. ACCA exam is for 3 hours, and as we know, there are 60 minutes within an hour. So in all, you are going to have 180 minutes. The 180 minutes is expected to be used for 100 marks question. So if you divide the 180 by the 100, then it means every mark you are expected to use a maximum of 1.8 minutes. So you need 1.8 minutes to answer any question to get 1 mark. Okay, so if you look at the requirement A, that is asking for a 14 marks. That is asking for a 14 marks. Then you multiply the 14 by the 1.8. You multiply the 6 for B for 1.8. And then you know the total amount. So if this is a 20-mark question, then the total minutes you would need will be 20 multiplied by the 1.8. And that will give you 36 minutes. So such a question should be answered within 36 minutes. Should be answered within 36 minutes. Okay, and that's what I've done. 14 minutes times 1.8, or 14 marks times 1.8 should give you the 25 minutes, and then 6 times 1.8 should give you approximately 11 minutes. So the 20 marks should give you a 36 minute timing. Okay, so step 2, let's see the summary. The most important thing is that you are restricted to answer those questions within the 3 hours. If you are not able to put whatever you know on the paper within the 3 hours, no examiner knows that you know it. So time should be respected. And as a result of that, you would have to allocate your time to each of the questions that you are supposed to answer. On average, 1.8 minutes is required for answering a 1-mark question. 1.8 minutes is required per mark.